prior video, I showed you how to apply an animation to an object like a button, and once the first animation stops, we then apply a second animation that gets played indefinitely, as you're seeing here on the screen. But a button without any kind of interactivity is not very useful, so we're going to fix that. And to do that, we need to go back to Spine. So here I am in the Spine project, and here on the right I have the skeleton hierarchy, and button bone is the only bone that I have here, and we need to draw a bounding box to this bone. So I give it a name and start drawing the box on the screen. So the bounding box is ready. So let me save the project, and then I'm going to export the updated JSON file. So the JSON file got exported, so let me close Spine and go back to my editor. Okay, so the first thing I need to do whenever I draw a bounding box or create a bounding box in Spine, I need to draw it using one of the classes, one of the methods that I have in the Spine Helper class. And the right method is draw bounding box. So let me copy these specifications for the method and apply it to the button. And I'm going to pass a table with some parameters. If I go back to the Spine Helper, you can see that this method is asking me for 3 parameters that are required. I need the bone, the slot, and the bounding box. So let me run the project just to make sure I don't have any errors. Okay, so everything's looking good. So after I drew the bounding box, I need to run a second method that it's towards to the bottom of the Spine Helper class, and this is called identify bounding boxes. So let me copy and apply to the button again. Let's run the project. So what the identify bounding boxes does, it helps me to identify where that bounding box is on the image boxes property. And because I only have only one bone on this animation, that's why it's telling me that it's the first row on the image boxes table. But just imagine if you have a very complex animation, you can probably have a lot of bounding boxes on the screen, so that's why this method is very helpful. So it only help us to identify the bounding box. So now that I know where the bounding box is, then I can add an event listener to it. So you can use this as a guide. This is telling me that is your instance dot image boxes, and then in between brackets the number 1. So that's what I need to do with my code. So I need to do button, in this case image boxes 1, and to that object I need to add an event listener. So I no longer need the identify bounding boxes function, so let me get rid of that, and let me continue with the tap event function. So whenever I tap on the button, I want to display a message on the terminal. So let me save the project and run it again. So in theory, if I did everything correctly, when I touch on the screen, I should be able to see the message on the terminal. So as you can see, every time I touch the play button, I get the message. And before closing this video, let me show you something quickly here. So let me go back to the draw bounding box method. Here in the bounding box method towards to the middle. So let me go to the top first. So here I am in the draw bounding box method, and when I draw the polygon, there is an alpha property that you can change it. Currently it is set to 0.01, but you can change it, for example, to 0.5, and that way you'll be able to see the bounding box, and this is the object that is receiving the tap events. So I prefer to have it with an opacity of 0.01. So now you know where to change that property. Let's test it again. So there it is. So this is the last video of this training. Thank you. I want to thank you for your support, and I hope this video and the Spine Helper class is helpful for you. And if you find any bug or you have any question, don't hesitate to contact me so I can help you. Thank you very much. Bye.